crazy fun for that.
So what's up, guys?
Hello. Oh, the sky. That's funny. Oh, come on, you guys can be livelier than that. You're all spring up. There we go. So there's the spirit. Okay, let's do this again. How are you guys?
Oh yeah!
There you go.
That was like
very
5.
nice. Isaac and Miria were noticeably absent from that cheer. They were like,
Oh, come on, I want to show
Like,
some
do something
spirit.
cool, then we'll be
Come on,
alright.
get excited.
What's it like speaking into a microphone without a giant metal bowl in front of your face?
I've actually had that experience a couple times, other than, yeah.
what's
It's
it
actually,
like?
it's very good. The bowl can be annoying, especially if you kick it or something.
Whatever. He takes the bowl with him everywhere he goes.
Yes, I do. I
He
eat
orders
everything
like
out
the
there.
McDonald's.
Right, and I stick it in the
God,
bowl,
you're
just
calling
for kicks.
For once, somebody in the drive-thru's asking you what you said. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? It sounds like you're in a giant suit of armor. Hey, what a coincidence!
Actually, pretty funny to get the bowl and try to like order fast food.
I do that all the time. I order
Oh, you do that all the time?
voices. Not with bowls,
Oh, weird voice.
but like with voices, I'll do
Okay.
it. And there's a Jack in the Box near the studio that must, like, they don't respond to it at all. They don't care. Like, doesn't matter. They're not impressed. Because I'll go, no, I do
Were they
like
the
the
first
interview
time?
voice. Huh?
Were they the first time?
Yes. Because Mike McFarlane made me do it. It was either that or Sonic. He was like, let's get like, you have to order an interview voice. Do the interview voice. I'm like, no, do it. Do it. You're technically still on the clock. Do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Do I have to order for everybody? Yes, order for the whole car. Which is ridiculous, by the way, because I hate being that guy, because I'm like, no, you just roll down the window and let all of you order yourselves, because otherwise, unless you get organized, you're one of these people. You're like, yes, I'll have a cheeseburger and a Coke, and a cheeseburger and a Coke, cheeseburger and a Coke, and cheeseburger and a Coke,
I hate when
please.
that happened.
And then somehow you always get the total number wrong, you know,
Oh
it's
my
actually
God.
just 2.
Yeah. And someone's like, okay, so you want
He's
4
like,
number
"Oh,"
5s?
and I would-
No, I want 5 number 4s.
That happens to me. I work at
pretty
McDonald's. It
bad.
happens to me all the time. I work drive-thru. I hate it.
They do it all the time, and I can't go through like any sandwich shop. Like they always put lettuce on stuff. Like I'll be like, no vegetables. Like when did lettuce not become a vegetable?
Hey, should we talk about breaking into the industry?
Is it time? Yeah, let's talk about breaking into the industry. Well,
So
first of
step
all,
one.
you want to get yourself a crowbar and some suction cups, some diamond cutters. That's how I did it.
I can tell you, Funimation at night, I will protect it, you'll be good. Probably.
What?
Is there an alarm system working?
Yes.
Did they turn it off? Because it
No.
did that 10-second thing?
We'll just say
No.
that you guys sent us.
Oh, should we not?
You know, there's totally an alarm. Believe me, I still set it off all the time accidentally. That makes it sound like I'm not supposed to be there.
Step 1, get fast.
Whoa.
What the heck was that?
What happened?
My
Hello.
window.
Hi.
Okay,
Okay, no echoey effects on this.
so step 1, use weird voices whenever you order fast food.
Actually, no, that's only if you want them to remember you at the drive-thru. And they don't, actually. It works some places. Some places, it'll freak them out. Mostly it doesn't. Especially if you order for like 5 people and you're only one person in the car because you do 5 different voices. They're all... You're like, nope, it's all for me. So what is your story? How did you get into this biz?
How many of you know what the word nepotism means?
Nepotism.
That's called, you have like a family member or a friend that's in the industry, which is probably how, the friend thing is probably how most people get in.
Yeah.
I am cousins with the current director of production at Funimation, which is like the biggest cheat for getting into the anime industry ever. So I was in 3rd grade, and I was a really good reader, I guess. So he just needed a kid part for Fruits Basket, and he gave me Young Aikido. And then I did good on that, so he gave me Young Hero, and then I could audition for other stuff, and I was in. That's the story. So I'm actually one of the worst people to have at this panel.
Thanks. So it's now all on me.
All on you, bro. Have fun.
I'm probably the second worst person to have in this panel because I got into this because I was tricked.
He was forced into the
I
industry.
really was, and I mean, I say that, and I hasten to add that I love my job dearly. I really do. It's so much fun, but I never envisioned myself being an actor. When I was younger, when I was in like high school and stuff, I was totally into stage acting and stuff like that, but I never really thought to do it professionally because it's tough. I mean, acting of any kind is tough to break into, let alone make a living at. So, you know, I just was always been more practically minded, so I sort of sought out other things, and at the time that I found myself in this industry, I was 28 years old. I had a career in advertising, which, you know, I didn't love, I didn't hate. It was just one of those jobs, you do it because it pays the bills, you know, whatever. And I had met Chris Bevins. You should, if you don't know that name, it's definitely one you should go look up. He's awesome. I mean, I've worked with him on tons of stuff. He's a director, writer, actor with Funimation. Primarily a director, though, and I think one of the best dub directors we've got up there. He doesn't like me using the word dub director. He just thinks, no, I'm a director, voice director. I direct voices. We're telling a story, but I met him through just mutual friends, and you know, being an anime nerd like I am, I was totally kind of like, oh, dude, that's so cool what you do for a living. But I never ever thought to be like, dude, I would love to go and try that out because I had just never, again, it just never ever honestly crossed my mind to try to do it. So. And one day, I'd known him for about 2 years, and he called me up out of the blue on some sunny afternoon, and was like, hey, Tatum, got this part I want you to audition for, doing this show, had a lot of people come in and read for it. Hey, latecomers, yay! It's okay, the party's just starting. It's only now getting interesting now that you're here. Did you bring something? Did you bring enough for the whole class? they're like, stop picking on us, we'll just leave. Sorry, where was I? Okay, so he calls me up and he asked me if I would come in to audition for him, and it was for the show Samurai 7, based on Seven Samurai, which is one of my ultimate favorite Akira Kurosawa films. And I gotta clap. Thank you. And when he told me the part he wanted me specifically to read for, and how relatively large a part it was, I told him no. I just didn't. I wasn't interested, or it wasn't that I wasn't interested. I was terrified, and not being a very brave person deep down, I am not courageous at all. I kept finding excuses not to come in. I was like, oh no, I can't do it. I've got to I work that day, or I gotta wash my hair. Or I gotta strain cabbage, I don't know, and it was just, I was terrified of the idea because I'd never set foot in front of a mic before, hadn't acted in that point for years. But Bevins, if you know Bevins, you quickly learn that him asking you to do something is really just a very nice way of telling you to do something, because you're gonna do it one way or another, it's gonna happen, as I learned. So he kept calling me every day for 2 weeks to be like, dude, come in, really, you gotta come in. Dude, come on, you're screwing me here. I gotta, I'm like holding auditions up, you should be great. I mean, it's like the mob, okay? And I finally, just to get him off my back, oh my God, what happened?
What the?
Wow, there was an incident. It's okay, we don't hold you personally responsible. But you did look like you were running from whatever it was.
Incidentally, is that Tabasco sauce?
What?
No, okay, yeah, that's that soda.
He just
That's
introduced
so
those to me. They're like, what's it called
they're
again?
amazing.
Yeah, it's like made, I don't know, like aloe or something. It's like one of those
Don't care.
yeah, it's good. I just had my first one. I'm so digressing. Okay, anyway, so I was gonna say long story short, but we all know that's a lie.